It says I'm live. Let me wait for the live thing to show up. Bet you I'm not live. Hello, and thank you for listening to SKATE60, where we take an hour of your life that you can never have back. It's going to be an interesting show today. Like every other show, well, first of all, let me talk about the camera angle. It's this way because Brian Hastings is taking a nap on my bed. You doing good, Brian?
Yeah.
This is going to be an interesting approach to the show because I don't know who's... I have 2 people confirmed for today. Usually I like to get at least 3 people to try and do the SKATE60 with me. Today we'll start off with Ismael Mugir, or Murguia. I learned how to say his last name right yesterday, or the proper way to say it. And also, one thing I learned also is I shouldn't be touching the microphone too much. Try to stop that. And also Jjereme Rogers. I also, oddly enough, tried to also book Gary Rogers today last minute. So he says he's handling business. So I don't know if that's going to go down or not. I also tried to do a lot of guests today. That's not even worth like mentioning the whole list. Just everyone you can imagine that you'd want to have on the show, I tried. Literally everybody, especially Paul. So we're going to get started with Ismael. He's the... I feel odd saying that he's just a Lexus filmer. He's his friend, but he also films. He's like an assistant mafia filmer, if you will. So he's done a lot of filming for the mafia. So we're going to play some of his stuff real quick on the Skate Life that I previewed a little bit in the first episode of SKATE60 before we give him a call. We'll only play about 2 or 3 minutes of it. So this is all Skate Life done by Ismael Mugir. Damn, you gotta love that heel flip no slide. You ever do a heel flip no slide, Brian? He shook his head and said no. I'm gonna move the camera more. What? Nollie heel no slide? I'm sure you never did that either. I don't care. Let's give Izzy a call. Is it calling? Why can't I hear it?
Hello.
Ismael.
How's it going?
It's going well. Thank you so much. I am very excited to hear your voice, and I'm very excited to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, reason being is that you don't have a phone. It was so hard to try and hard to try and book you. Why don't you have a phone?
Well, I guess simply put, I just at the moment can't really afford one. So what I try to do is just use all the homies' phones, and that seems to be working just fine for me right now. I mean, it was a little hard setting up this interview, yeah, but
How do you organize skate sessions? How do you meet up with Alexis and everyone?
well, it's pretty easy because we all live really close to each other. So I live probably the closest to Alexis and George. So if I can just meet up with one of them at the start of the day, then everyone else just meets up as well.
But how do you even what? You just go to Alexa's door and you knock on. And you're like, "Hey, it's time."
Oh no, well, I mean, I have an iPod, and I can just message people through that. That's if they have iPhones, but I mean, there's really just so many ways to communicate nowadays. I can just use
you just get away
Instagram
with
if
not having a phone.
Yeah, I could use this Instagram if I needed to, or whatever.
Man, with an iPhone, I mean with an iPod. Don't
Right.
you not ruin the interview, please, Brian. Brian's here. He's sitting on my bed and he's over here chiming in. I apologize. Do you know Brian Hastings? Is he?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah,
he kills it at. Yeah, he kills it at Kimball.
He said you killed at Kimball, but just at Kimball. He said you suck everywhere else.
Yeah.
This is weird having a side, if you will, a sidekick.
A sidekick, yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah, as long as he helps you out.
Yeah, well, right now he's hurting me. He's distracting me. Anyways, I want to get into the Skate Mafia premiere. I've never seen you so happy in my life. I just when you got done,
right.
you might have had some syrup. I don't know if you drink a little bit. Well, actually,
no,
actually, you didn't drink that night.
No, not at all. Actually, that was you saw me for the first showing, but yeah, before that I didn't drink, and then so when everyone went outside to wait for the second showing, I mean, I just picked up a tall can. That's pretty much it. But
yeah.
Other than that, I was pretty sober that night. I was just way too hyped to, go crazy on beer or whatever.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about the hypeness and the anticipation for all this for you, because you had a big helping in filming Alexis' part, but also other people's parts that I learned. Who did you film? Who else did you film in this video part? I mean, in this video, I should say.
I mean, I've filmed everyone at this point. Of course, except for Javier. But
right.
I filmed Steven, I've filmed Laurel, his brother Dorian, Jamie, Jimmy. But I actually only had, I had one clip for Tyler. I had one clip for Jimmy in there. But yeah, like I said, I've been on a lot of sessions with him.
What about Brandon?
And Brandon, no, nothing that was on there. But I've been playing sessions with him too.
Gotcha. Well, tell me about all the hard work and anticipation for you. Now it's just days away or hours away into the premiere. What's going on in your mind?
Oh man, I was really hyped to see what Dan put together, and geez, I want to say that I've been filming I don't want to say officially for Mafia, but just helping out a little over a year now. So that's, at least for me, that's over a year's work put in, and to see my name, to get the first mention and the filmer's credit was unbelievable. I didn't even expect that.
Yeah. Did you see anything before the premiere? Did you see Alexis' part, or did you see any?
No.
Were you there in the editing room?
Not at all. So yeah, that night was my first time seeing everything.
No way.
But of course, for Alexis' part, I knew a lot of stuff that was going to be on it. Of course, yeah.
What percent out of the 100 would you say you had a filmer hand in?
What was that? Sorry.
What percent of the 100 would you say that you filmed?
Of Alexis' part?
Yes.
I'd say close to 80. I felt like as I was watching his part, I found myself saying, "Oh, I filmed that. I filmed that.
Yeah,
I filmed that too." Yeah, I found myself saying that a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess close to 80%.
Because you had filmed the majority of his, or a good part of his part, well, majority is safe to say, did it rob
Yeah,
you
yeah.
from the experience after it was edited, put together, because you know what went down? Pretty much what I'm
No.
asking is, as someone as myself who wouldn't see pretty much damn near any of it,
Yeah,
did
yeah.
it take away from the experience?
No, because of course, you have to wait for the final edit. And I mean, that was just as exciting to see, even though I knew what was going to be in it, pretty much. Of course, I didn't know the order or what song or, the slow-mos and all that stuff.
Did
But
you know you
yeah,
had
I
last
mean,
part?
yes, I did. I think at some point, I think around the time that he probably found out is when he told me that he was going to have last part.
Mm. Yeah, I couldn't help after the end. When I couldn't help
But,
but give Alexis his props. There was no way I was going to leave without seeing you. And I asked you, do you remember what I asked you? I said, is this the best moment of your life right now?
right. Yeah, it definitely was. Definitely was. I could never have imagined that, I would be filming with Skate Mafia. As I mean, I knew that filming was something that I want to just completely dedicate myself to, but for something like this to happen so soon, I wouldn't have guessed it.
So with it all combined, how does one celebrate?
How do I celebrate?
Well, how did you?
I mean, that night, yeah, like I told you, I just took it easy. Let's see, we watched the video, went across the street to eat some food with George and my buddy Rudy and his girl, and I think, yeah, other than that, it was a pretty mellow night. Of course, being hyped and all too, but I'm kind of just moving on now. Just got to keep going with the flow. I'm
Yeah,
not
so
looking at that. I'm not definitely not looking at that as like, my final goal.
Yeah, of course.
Even though that's definitely a major accomplishment for me.
You killed it, brother. I don't know how else to say it. You fucking killed it. So let's talk a little bit about Alexis footage, because you're pretty much his main filmer.
Hmm.
He told me at the end, like that's not even. He still has a lot of footage left. Is that correct?
Yeah, right. I'd probably guess around, geez, at least 2 minutes, because I can think of a bunch of clips that I didn't even see on there that I filmed, and that has to be at least a minute 30. So I can only imagine that he got even more with like Dan or Jimmy Asselford from DC. Yeah.
Were you surprised that they didn't use that 2 minutes?
Those extra 2 minutes.
Yes.
Um.
Well, not the whole thing, because it's a pretty lengthy part. But
Yeah. So
were you
yeah.
were you surprised about some of the clips that they chose not to use?
Um. No, I guess not. I mean those. I mean, compared to what was used, I mean, Dan chose a good selection. So, I mean, not to say that whatever footage wasn't used was not up to par, but
Right.
yeah, he Dan definitely made good choices on what showed on his part.
So let me just ask a little bit about and then we'll move on from the Mafia video. Well, actually, let me ask you. Maybe you're a little biased, but who was your favorite part?
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. I have to say it was Alexis.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because I feel like we've been through our own journeys, and it just kind of happened to coincide with each other. With him just trying to grow as a skater, and myself just trying to grow as a filmmaker. And when I think of Alexis' part, I think of all my efforts in it, and of course he worked hard for it on his side. So
So where do we go from here as far as with Mafia? Are you hired? Are you a full time Mafia filmer now? What's going on there?
no, officially, I don't know. I mean, I'm really good friends with everyone there. You know,
Hmm.
especially Dan. He's helped me out plenty. Just as far, you know, of course, film credit and all that stuff, and whatever else I may need. But there's I mean, I'm sure there's definitely something for me soon that we can arrange.
Have you pitched it, or has he mentioned it to you? At least as an opportunity, other than just being
Yeah, it's been mentioned. You know, even for like editing all the monthlies, but that's something
Gotcha.
that we've discussed before. Is that
Oh, okay.
my laptop isn't the best right now, so you know he's still handling all that stuff. But you know, I'm still open to the idea, of course.
Cool. Okay. So where do we go from here? What do we? What's next? What's next for Izzy?
Jeez, man, just really just keep on filming. That's all I can say right now. Is
Hmm.
you know all that filming that I did is you know what got me to where I am. So if I just keep doing that, I can only hope for more opportunities.
You know, I've met a lot of filmers in my life, and me being an amateur filmer myself, you
Hmm.
run into a lot of them, but very few, at least very few who are serious enough, or even a good amount majority in the game right now, do not have a degree in filming. You do.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I got
you knew in early on. Yeah. Well, what kind of degree do you have?
I got my bachelor's in It's my major was called television, film, and new media. So yeah, I graduated 2 years ago from SDSU.
San Diego State.
Yeah, San Diego State.
So you knew at a early on when you were growing in a teenager, going into 18, 19, whenever you attended school. How old are you right now?
Hmm. I'm 26.
26.
Yeah.
So you knew that you wanted to. This was your thing. This was your niche.
Yeah, well, my first 2 years at SCSU, I was struggling. I had the worst GPA. I was getting Fs and Ds, and so at the end of my second year is when I took a semester off, and you know, still had no idea what I wanted to do. That's before I even got into filming, and so I took that semester off, and really was just to figure my shit out. And that's around the time that I got a little video camera. It was like a little pocket video camera. I don't know if you remember those flip cameras.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I had something. Yeah, something like that. And let's just say like iPhones would film better than that, had better quality than that. But
Yeah.
yeah, when I took the semester off is when I got that camera, and I kind of just wanted to, film me and the homies and just start putting things on YouTube. And that's when I really started caring about about filming. Really is like framing and fisheye angles and all that stuff. And from there is where I grew my interest.
When you grew, wait, so with your degree, do you only plan on or currently just to be doing work in skateboarding? Like, are you opposed to? Are you open to the opportunity of working in, I don't know, in communications like news networks or?
All right. Yeah. I mean, so far I'm scared about. So yeah, once I went back to school, I knew what major I wanted to be in, and for those other 4 years, I always had skateboarding in mind. And I never, yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to filming, within normal like film industry, but I mean, skateboarding has got me so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been very big on the GoPro. I think
Yeah.
I think you're getting ready to get rid of your Canon. I think you just want to film the GoPro now.
Right. Yeah. That'd be fun. It'd be less weight on my back.
Yeah, is that the whole thing that you enjoy about the GoPro? Because I want to take credit. I want to take credit for you
Yeah.
filming
Yeah.
them low
For
angles
sure.
on the GoPro. Oh, really? You're gonna give it to me?
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you the credit for introducing me to the GoPro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Geez, that had to be at least like 2 years ago now, right?
Man, that
I'd
scares me when
say.
you say that, man, because time really flies really fucking fast.
Yeah. Exactly.
Shit. I can't even believe
Yeah.
I've known you for 2 years. Shit.
Yeah.
That is
That's
wild.
true. That's true.
Seems like yesterday, my friend. So with the GoPro thing, so is it just the whole
Yeah. It's so quick and convenient, and plus, when all the homies want to film, they can just upload it to their phones and post it on Instagram or wherever. But
Mhm.
I just always liked how once you have the super view feature on, which is like how you can see under the board and stuff. I've always liked how that looks.
A lot
And
of Dr. Purple Teeth?
yeah, exactly. Actually, before you even or let me use your GoPro that one day, I actually didn't really care for it much, and then
Mhm.
I think that was around the time that I first started seeing his stuff, Dr. Purple T's Instagram clips, and I just thought that looked really cool. And yeah, I've just been trying to, copy that.
Mhm. You won a GoPro contest via the barracks, correct? Hello?
Yeah, so we won for the
Oh,
month of
I
July.
couldn't hear you for a second.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying that we won for the month of July, which was actually the last month of the contest, and so that was for $1,000, and now we're entered to win the $20,000, the grand prize.
And how's that? How does that contest work?
Um,
Is it just
really
based
just
on trick or difficulty? What was it? Is it because you had a filmer hand in it?
yeah. Well, I mean, once you go on their website, they have like all the rules and requirements and what they look for, and what I saw there is like they look for composition, they look for lighting, they judge like the difficulty of filming, the difficulty of the trick, and yeah, I mean that's I guess according to those things, that's how we won for that month.
So is it 1,000 each?
No, so we're gonna split it, 500, 500.
Oh, did you get it
Yeah.
yet?
No, we're still waiting on that. I think it's been almost like 2 weeks now since I had any sort of contact with them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
$500
Well,
would be nice. You could get more
what's
GoPros.
that?
I said 500 would be nice. You could get some more GoPros.
Yeah.
What
And
GoPro do you
I don't know
film with?
about this year, but last year
Uh-huh.
with the grand prize, they also gave away a new GoPro. So I don't know if they're gonna do that this year.
Oh.
What's
You would
cool,
like that.
what's funny though is that you've heard of Major Crew, right? I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
everyone's heard of Major Crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they won last year's, and I was just reading up on their interview that they had with the barracks, and they didn't even find out. They found out on accident because GoPro had transferred over the money, the 20,000 to them before letting them know. So what had
Oh,
happened
no
was, yeah, just not like on a random day, one of the guys, he was in like some sort of debt, I think I read, and he just happened to check his bank account one day, and there he saw $19,000 deposited into his account. And he
No way.
he contacted them about it, and they're like, "Yeah, that's all for you guys. We just, I guess one of our part of our team just, sent it over too early or something like that."
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Don't you wish you had that a little early? Right now you have the opposite.
yeah, exactly. And I'm waiting a little too long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, so you're in a position where you can win $20,000.
yeah, potentially, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man. I hope you get it.
yeah.
Great.
And I mean, last year when they first had the contest, me and Alexis submitted a bunch of stuff to over to the barracks, and I mean, never got chosen for any of them. But this year, it just happened so organically. We weren't even trying to film for it. We were just messing around at Kimmel Park one day, and
Right.
it was towards the end of the month in July that I just randomly decided I'll give this another chance, and I emailed it over to them, and sure enough, a couple days later, woke up to that news on my Instagram, and
That's
it was
great.
cool because I found that out Thursday that we won the GoPro thing, and then the next day, which was Friday, was a video premiere, so it all just aligned perfectly for that week.
Just a thought that came to my mind. Have you ever thought about trying to be a filmer for the barracks? Or with anyone else, really?
No, I mean, that's something
you ever
that,
entertained the idea?
no, I mean, that's something that I might consider down the road, but, I've always just kind of been in the moment. I've never really been like someone to plan ahead. I've always
Really?
been horrible at that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's something when like people ask like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I could not answer that.
Yeah.
Couldn't even begin to like plan things out.
I appreciate that in some respects because I feel like if I have a mindset and a plan, I feel like I can't explore the avenues. I have to stay on this linear path. And
Yeah.
something about that doesn't appeal to me. Like, here's an example. When
Okay.
my friend says, well, let's say if I had when I used to live with my mom, she's like, when will we be back? I'm like, dude, I don't know. I don't operate like that.
Right.
I don't want to say when, and then you're like, it's 5 o'clock. Where the fuck
Yeah.
is he? Unless there's like an
Exactly.
event planned, then okay,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I'll
Yeah, yeah.
coordinate. But
Right.
I'm not.
Yeah,
a
I mean,
fan of that.
because so say for example, like those 5 year plans. I mean, your interests could change, your goals could change so quickly, and
True.
it's something I just happened to say in the past. It didn't really mean anything. So
Are you
yeah, I
working on a
don't.
video right now? Is there anything that you're filming specifically, or are you just stacking footage and uploading it
Yeah.
on social media and just having fun?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, after the whole mafia thing, and kind of just, I guess we can say we are picking the pace back up, but yeah, just kind of taking things easy right now, just uploading to Instagram and whatnot. Not really filming for anything specific right now.
Gotcha. Just one more question. I'm a little more curious about the GoPro.
Oh, sure.
Is there like a lens that you could use, like or is the lens already? Would you say it's wide angle enough? Like, would you wish that they have a fisheye on there?
Oh no, it's definitely wide enough.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've seen those lens protectors, but
Yeah.
is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, something like that, something to that effect.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a completely different lens, but that's just to protect what's already part of the GoPro. But yeah, like I said, with that super view feature
The wide
on,
lens. Yeah.
yeah, you can see everything. Yeah, I think it's wide enough right now.
So why don't you just go and get rid of that Canon and just film with that then? Is it the audio issue? What is it?
That wouldn't even be industry standard, at least in skateboarding. Yeah, I definitely need the Canon. That's something that I would never get rid of.
What is
Until
it? The
I-
sensor?
until
would
I
you
need
say?
to.
Like I don't know the technical aspects of the difference between a Canon and a GoPro. Because to
Well, I
me,
mean-
I look at like one hell even in GoPros respects film higher resolution than the Canon because
Yeah,
some you
that's
can film in
true.
4K.
True, yeah, you're right. Well, I guess you could argue that the audio isn't up to par then. I mean, with all the DSLRs and those kind of cameras, once you have the external mic on, I mean, it has really good sound to it. So
Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's-
Couldn't you attach the Rode microphone to a GoPro?
man, I'm pretty sure you could. Yeah,
Have you ever tried that?
I've never looked into that. I know I've seen like Nigel Alexander have like these little tutorial videos on his channel where he hooks up one of those like wire microphones that you use for interviews, the little small ones.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. He wraps it around his like selfie stick, and that seems to have good quality to it. I've heard a couple of clips that he uses it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, definitely in skateboarding, you know, when it comes to filming, that'll be the standard for quite a while, is the DSLRs and like the Sonys and Panasonics.
Is there any other camera that you're looking into that you think that you're gonna evolve into next, or are you just chilling right now? Or do you see something down the road? You say that, you know, I'm gonna invest in a Red one time. What do you think?
Oh, Red, jeez, those things are insane. A little out of my budget. Those go for like 20,000 for sure. But yeah, I've had my Canon for 3 years now, maybe.
Yeah.
And I could definitely use one of those HVXs, you know, Panasonics. Yeah, that's something I hope to invest in sometime soon, just so I get better second angles and whatnot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, hey, thank you so much for the time, Busy. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go here. I've been on the phone with you damn near 30 minutes. I know it goes by fast.
Yeah,
but,
good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
I need to bother you about you filming me, by the way. I need to get a line. I need you to film me sometime.
I'm
trying to get
down.
my Instagram up. You know.
Yeah, let's get that GoPro line set up.
Yeah, man. All I do is like repost other people's shit and like take photos. I need to I need to remind these people that I can do a kickflip.
Let's get it.
Hell yeah.
I'll film right under your board.
Dude, I haven't had one of those ever, at least done properly. You know, I hate to call myself a filmer because to me you're a filmer. So if I say, "Oh yeah, I'm a filmer just like Izzy," people can think like I film like you, which is incorrect.
No, I mean, there's all different kinds of filmers, really. I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah, well, the issue that I find is that what I'm trying to point out is, as a quote-unquote filmer, it's hard. I never get filmed. Do you ever feel that way? Like, do you ever want to, you know, land? You're like, oh yeah, I want to get a trick. Who films you?
Or
is that never the case?
I mean, I'm so into like filming, I don't even care. Like, once we show up to the session, I don't even care to like skate. I just want to like film what everyone's doing. That's just what I like to do. I mean, unless it's like, you know, everyone's taking it easy or messing around, whatever, then, you know, I won't shove a camera in their faces, but it's just something I just really like to do.
Man, you know what? I just came with more questions. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to steal more of your time. I'm gonna have to. What's the longest that you filmed a single trick, like in a single day, in a single sitting? What's the longest you stood stationary at a spot?
No, I couldn't even give you a number, but I know it's been for hours at some point. And then just imagine me having that heavy. If you see my setup, I have the handle, I have the DSLR on it, I have the fisheye on it, which weighs probably more than the camera itself. I have the external mic on top, and on top of all of that, I have these ankle weights just to like counterbalance the front part of the handle, which is where the camera is.
Yep.
So, and all that's got to weigh at least like, I'd say 20 pounds, 15 to 20 pounds. And if I'm filming a single trick for like hours and hours, my back's hurting by the end of the day. But I mean, I've gone through it before, definitely.
You know, I hear about your back. And I know that you had a recent episode of your back where you were injured for a long period of time, where you couldn't even film, or I don't know if you were stiff. I don't know what the degree was.
I couldn't. Right.
So, is this an ongoing thing with you and your back? How long has this been happening?
Oh well, that back injury had to do with something else. We were at a spot, and I was lifting one of those, you know, those little bumps on the ground that you lift up to like hit a green box or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So I was lifting that, didn't even bend my knees. I was using all back, and as soon as I started pulling up, I could feel like I can't even explain the pain, but I knew I fucked it up at that point, and it was funny because we skated the spot. I filmed Alexis. He got a trick on it, and just from that day on, it took me about a week to recover from that. Yeah, I couldn't even bend down at all, and it was so painful. And I think a few days after that, we went to the Adidas premiere, and we went filming before that, and we went to some ledge in LA area, and Dan kind of was hoping that I would be able to film, which was funny because I had fucked up back, and I was still filming like with fisheye angle and the whole damn setup.
And you couldn't film?
Yeah, it was a trick that Alexis did. It was this front crook to like, what do you call it? Like front crook to 5-0 or whatever you would call that, to nose grind. It was on like that long baby blue ledge.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Did I say that right? Front crook. What would that be? Right? No.
I know what ledge you're talking about. I just don't know what trick.
Yeah, so it would be front crook to like switch 5-0. That one. Yeah, you know which one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you couldn't film because your back so hurt?
Yeah, well, I mean, I obviously I filmed it, but not the way that I would have wanted to. Yeah, I was nearly like just standing straight up.
So what I'm picking up is that your back hasn't always given you issues. This is a new thing.
No, yeah, right. Yeah, I've never really had any major problems with it, and I think it's because my camera's so damn heavy that it's actually strengthened my back. But it just happened to be this one case where I lifted something incorrectly, and it just messed it up for me for just about a week.
Gotcha. And then last question. This time, this will be the last question. I promise you.
Worries.
Is the
no worries.
I appreciate it. Alexis told me you saw him on the show. He tells me when he skates with me, he doesn't skate seriously. He's always just fucking around. I don't know what the deal with
He didn't mean that like in some like.
No, he didn't insult me, but I am insulted. I'm going to choose to be butthurt about it.
I'll try to clear it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
It seemed like you might have taken it like as like, Drew's here. I don't want to do anything too crazy. I don't want him to see anything. But yeah, it's like you said. Whenever you're around, it's just like good times. So he's not stressing over some trick that he needs to film for a part or whatever. And
right.
Yeah, I mean, you were with us yesterday, and he was skating. You know what he was trying. So
yep.
Yeah. It was just,
so,
you know how Alexis is.
The time I'm like, oh shit, is he busting on the camera? Okay, let's see what happens.
Nah, you know how Alexis is. He cracks jokes like that.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to point towards too is that you've seen some of the best skateboarding from him.
Right.
Are you ever in awe? You're like, I can't believe you did that? Or is it at this point you're so desensitized because you're so used to all the bangers? You're like, whatever.
Exactly. No. Well, I mean, of course, I don't say whatever, but what you just said is what people bring up to me so many times. It's like, dude, you're not even amazed anymore, aren't you? That you've just seen this so many times. You're just used to it. And yeah, I mean, I kind of agree, but at the same time, I know all the effort that Alexis puts into his stuff, and I've seen him struggle so much. Yeah. And I mean, it really does amaze me what he does, but yeah, at the same time, I'm around it so much. It's like
so there actually is a struggle period because he's such the asshole. He makes it seem like that he has a switch front crook, and yeah, he does. He has that unlocked. But what trick would you say out of his part really stuck out to you? You're like, damn. Okay, all right, we're on this level now. I'll let you think about it. And I'll tell you which one that did that for me. It was over there at the school across the street from Horseman. I forgot what school that is. He does a switch 180 to feeble.
Oh, right, yeah. I was gonna say that honestly. At
You're
Crawford,
lying.
the 9 round. Yeah.
You're gonna say
I
that
just
too.
yeah, yeah. Just I don't know, something about that just is crazy to think about. I can't explain it. And
Whoever filmed the
that was
top
the same.
angle did a good job at explaining the detail of that trick, and I think Dan's mixing the audio made it beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Top angle was Nick Lamb. Have you
Mm.
met Nick before? He was
Yeah, he's not the
pretty.
mafia. He was the big mafia filmer, right? He was the main
Right.
mafia
Yeah.
filmer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. He
I've
got the top angle, and I was right
I'm
next to
acquainted
Dan.
with him. I wouldn't really say that I know him. I haven't formally
Right. Right.
introduced myself, but yeah, I am familiar with him.
Yeah.
You filmed Fisheye, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely one of those angles where, and even one of those tricks where I'm kind of afraid that if he slips out of his feeble, that board is going straight to my face potentially. So
How
that
many
was
times has that happened to you?
never actually, knock on wood, but that's
You're shitting me. You've never been
never
hit?
happened. Yeah, I feel like I film with Alexis so much that I kind of know what what body movements to look for, when he's about to bail or something like
Yeah.
that. But it's just that trust that we've built together is, if he's gonna try something like that, I know that he probably won't kick out on it all, make a crazy bail out of it or anything. But
You just helped me
you know,
realize why I've been hit so many times. Because I film with so many different people, and I
Yeah.
probably don't look out for that. I'm like, oh, he's going to go for it.
Yeah.
I've been
I
decked
mean,
in the face. In
yeah.
the face.
Oh
Right in the
my God.
forehead. In the beginning of I only have like 2 video parts I ever filmed, but then getting in look it up, Apollo, Andrew Ariano, I get a board
Mhm.
to my face.
Wow.
There's a cut.
Bleeding and all.
I mean, it's not excessive blood, but listen to Joe
Okay.
Rogan, the forehead bleeds a lot. I didn't
Yeah.
bleed that much.
Exactly. Okay, you got lucky then.
Got a scar.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
Yeah, a little one. I mean, yeah, you can.
Okay.
Why do you think I wear the hat so low, bro? Well, all right, Alexis, I need to move on and get on to my next guest, but thank you. What a great interview.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Drew.
much for the time.
Yeah,
Anytime, my
had a
ninja, anytime.
good conversation, dude. Let's set
I
up
try, man.
that
I can't.
GoPro session.
Yeah, definitely. I'll give you a call later. Are you
Alright,
going to be at
sounds
Artie
good.
later today?
Yeah, we're gonna go skating right now.
All right.
Somewhere.
Can't wait to check it out, man. I'll give you a call
Yeah.
later.
Alright. Talk
Thanks
to you
so much.
later.
Bye-bye.
Alright, peace.
And that is Ismael Mugir. Good guy. It's really interesting because he's usually very quiet. And quiet people by nature, to me, bothers me. I must pick their brain. I must know everything about them. The interview went on way longer than I thought it would. But I'm a big fan of Izzy. His work, he's a cool guy. Does great work. Good head on his shoulders. I like him. Really cool guy. Also, as I was going through his photos on his Facebook, because I like to do a lower third when I do this in post, I like to try and find a good photo that's appealing. Like, an example of a bad photo that I used was George and the fish. But that's the only good photo I could see of his face. And I was looking through his photos, and you could tell that when someone who's very family-oriented, Izzy's one of those guys. And it looked like that he had a good, strong relationship with his, it looked like his grandfather, I believe, an older gentleman. I don't know, you just, stuff like, core roots, stuff like that, really builds strong character. And, I don't know, I kind of get that sense when I hang out with Izzy. But because he's so quiet, I don't really, get that. Like, I couldn't believe he graduated college. That is insane to me. But anyways, let's try and move on to our next guest, Jjereme Rogers. Hopefully I'll cross my fingers and hopefully bag another guest, being 3 guests. I don't know why I said 2 guests. And that will be hopefully Gary Rogers. And that one's always a good time. Brian is knocked out on my bed right now. He is. Look at him. It's not the first time a man has slept on my bed. Just kidding. before we transition to try and move on to Jeremy, I'm gonna play a Let's Go Skate episode of Jeremy Rogers I was in. This was like such a cool day. Let's just transition to
This episode, Let's Go Skate, is brought to you by JunkieMonkeys.com.
I think it's a lot better.
Yeah, it's okay. Still
I
sucks.
tried a pair at Colin's house polarized and looked at the ocean and it was glorious. Kind of HDs everything a little bit.
That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah, totally.
You got that water jug? This is funny. Have you seen this one yet? This is his old girl graphic. Penis? There's a penis that you can't see.
It's scratched off.
Boy.
But the penis is trill. It's really there.
Welcome to LA.
When you hurt so bad. Left here.
Woo!
That's a left? I'm dead.
I thought it was a cliff. I know. Damn.
Person in the Domino's car. Oh, they're done. At least he's getting out. Oh, and he's gonna be mad at him?
Oh, he's mad.
He's mad, like he didn't just do it. He's gonna go. Just leave, just go. Just get out of here.
Oh, hey, that guy told
He
me
listened,
to leave.
you see that? Just get out of here. He listened. He's alright, I'm gonna listen to this guy.
It's like,
It's
hey,
a
that-
fucking Domino's thing.
that guy
Just
don't know, told me
go
to
that
leave.
way.
Oh my god. What is this?
Is he just gonna keep backing up though, right into it, or is he gonna go forward first?
Oh my god. He's gonna knock out his mirror. Oh my god.
No,
he's
no,
going
no,
through
you
it.
gotta go forward. You gotta go forward first. Oh, come on, buddy. Oh, I might help this guy.
Yeah, do it. Oh, I think he got the picture.
Alright, God, that was just pathetic. You can pull right here.
Baby.
This guy, and then he's
Just
done.
be
he's
safe.
Fuck, I'm giving up. Dude, fuck this. I'm gonna go tell him. Dude, he is fucking having a different experience than we're having right now. We're having fun with his experience. He's having a shitty time.
We witnessed an accident. He's a stand-up guy about it, because he didn't like run away like I think I would have done, honestly.
No, he tried to. When I said, just get out of here, buddy. He got in like, all right, let's get out of here. And then he hit it again for the second time, and then he was like, all right, this is too much.
Yeah. Did you know her?
No.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, see how the damage on the tail.
Yeah, see?
That's from the flat ground?
Yeah, I did a flat ground session yesterday on that kind of just gritty, like, ground, you know?
Yeah. Thank you for locking it. I appreciate it, Billy. You see that? They're throwing water balloons? One guy just decked another guy in the shoulder. Oh, water fight! Yeah. What the? Calm yourself there. Oh, there goes Jeremy. What the? Ooh! Ow! Now let help up. Billy got on the scene. See it, Bill? That thing looks chunky.
It was really, really chunky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How'd you get on that? That thing looks chunky.
I won a 180.
I'm waiting for the famous quote.
What? It's hot.
Thank you. You're welcome. He saw the cameras over here and he wanted to redo it, and he did it with the, what's that called? 270 frontside big spin?
Switch tail to big spin? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
What's up with the overheating? Is that?
T2I is a piece of shit. I heard some people in the background say, what the fuck? Switch 5-0. Fakey shove it. 180 pivot thing. Ah, what the fuck happened?
You got that side real quick?
Yeah. Ah. Your boy say, hey?
The different things.
Are you saying like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, what the fuck is that, you faggot?
Oh, another water fight. These guys were throwing water balloons earlier. It's a hot ass day though. Yes. Setting up for the back-to-back. All right, here we go. All day. You're good. Just hit my toe. No biggie.
Next one.
damn, he does that shit every time.
When I was younger, I thought I was going to go to college for it. I went to regional competitions. I used to be able to do a double backflip on the ground.
You used to do gymnastics.
In my floor routine, I could do a double backflip. Not anymore.
Oh.
Now I can only do one. Ugh. But it takes so much energy. I'm like, you're going to lose like 5 tricks for that.
This episode, Let's Go Skate, is brought to you by JunkieMonkeys.com.
I think it's a lot better.
Yeah, it's okay.
Still
sucks.
I was surprised to see it playing again. So it doesn't play. I wonder what the duration where it cuts off. I actually was supposed to cut earlier, but I enjoyed watching the Let's Go Skate. Let's try and give Jjereme a call. I text him. I didn't get a reply back. So we're just going to give him a call and hopefully he answers. Here it goes. Find out.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Oh,
8187498616.
What the fuck am I gonna do now? Come on. This show's only going to have one guest. And that's fine, but let's
Have
try
reached
again.
the voicemail box of 8187498616.
Oh, shit. I shouldn't have it fucking... Shit, that was stupid. Oh, I gotta delete his fucking phone number now. That is stupid. That was dumb. Oh my god, Jjereme. What the fuck? God damn it. Well, let's try and give Gary a call. Maybe he could save the show. Well, I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just end the show there. Because, that didn't work. Yep. I guess that's the end of the show.